Welcome back to Beef and Broccoli, episode 4.
Four.
4. Before we start, I just want to thank everyone for the support on the first episode and the second. Third isn't out yet where we are in life right now,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
it will be when you're watching this, so thank you for that as well. Who are you?
Oh, I'm the beef. AKA Alex. And
And I'm Shae, the broccoli.
so today we're going to get into it.
Serious today. So we're here to debate.
We're going to do some debating. Yeah.
My bread and butter.
Your specialty.
As an only child, that's my specialty.
Well, I was the youngest child by 8-9 years, so my specialty is probably listening. Or maybe not.
Thought it was debate that long then.
Yeah.
So our first debate is, I guess, how we word it.
We got a question on cheat days, what we think of cheat days.
Yeah, our opinion on cheat days.
Yeah. So myself, I used to thrive on cheat days. So when I done the Body for Life years ago, in my 20s, when I first kind of learned about nutrition, and the goal was to eat good all week, and then have a cheat day or cheat meal once a week.
Reward.
Looks yeah.
Awesome.
And so it was. I truly believed that it was great. It worked. I wouldn't just have a meal. I would probably have the cheat day.
Cheat binge.
Cheat binge. But I sustained the body weight that I was comfortable with, and it was great. But I've learned more about as you get older, and insulin resistance is something that I've learned a lot about. And so now my view's totally changed that if you're going to do a cheat day, don't do it very often. Make sure you can handle it. So it's like alcohol to an alcoholic. If you have a cheat day where you're just going to drink tonight, well, can I handle it and just drink? Or does it spiral down into cravings, addictions? Because food's as highly addictive as anything. So when I had my cheat days doing the Body for Life, and I followed that for years, was have my cheat days, which I had cheat weekends. And that didn't hurt. Like I started on Monday. Every Monday I started off eating good, eating healthy, eating clean. And my goal was to get to the weekend. And I had whatever on the weekend, but I still made better choices. I didn't just go eat chocolate bars and candy all weekend. I would probably eat some, takeout or meals on the weekend, traveling or go for restaurants and stuff like that. I ate, but I always looked at protein was always the base of my meals, and then your side was whatever. But I maintained that great. But now since I've done carnivore, I've learned that those cheat days set you back. If your body's getting good at burning fat for energy and fat for fuel, having the cheat day will bring back the cravings and addictions for sugar and processed foods. So it can really derail you. And so the longer I go without a cheat day now, the better I feel. And it keeps me on track. But I can still do it if I want. But now that there's no food noise and I don't have those addictions or cravings, I really don't even want a cheat day anymore. It's at a convenience now if I do it.
Yeah. I think this debate's hard because we're kind of totally different.
Yes.
In the health sense, like I'm still young. And I do have cheat days, and I don't find anything bothers me in a small portion.
Yes, that seems to be the key is moderation doesn't hurt.
Yeah, and I'm not someone to like binge or.
Yeah.
I mean, like sometimes at night I'll eat too many chips or something, but.
Been there.
Or crackers or. But like just throughout the day, I'm not one to just like consume a lot of stuff. So it's hard in that sense to be like cheat days are okay because they're okay for me.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to as the individual person. I would say up until the last 5 or 6 years, or up until the last few years, cheat days were good for me too. But all of a sudden it's like going for an ice cream. It's okay. Ice cream got protein, it's got fat. It's got sugar, it's got everything. Yes, it's got some good and it's got some bad. But does that make you want to crave more ice cream or candy or sugar? What do you crave after that? How do you rebound out of it? Do you have it or done with it? Or does it make you spiral?
Yeah. I think with me, like having goals fitness wise helps me mentally with like the cheat days and the cheat things. Cause like if I'm at the grocery store, I'll like, we always say prioritize protein, but like that's what I do. And then I'll get one treat in my cart, like just one, and that could cover me for the week. Even if I consume it in one day, that's my week. Treat. But like kind of like you were saying, I'll pick something that's a little more healthy, like I don't know if it's actually healthier because I didn't look in too far into it yet, but like frozen yogurt instead of ice cream.
Yes. Make a better choice.
Just a slightly better choice, hopefully.
I think cheat days are great rewards to keep you on track if you need them. If you need cheat days to live a better life, do it. But if those cheat days make you spiral, then it's a no.
Yeah. I think we hit middle ground there.
Yeah.
We haven't debated yet, but
no, we're just practicing.
We'll get there.
Should men and women train different? Shae, what's your opinion?
Wait, we never figured out if we're a yes or a no. What is your vote? Yeah. I'm yes.
Should they train different? You said yes. I said no.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they should, in a sense. I feel like we'll come to a middle ground again on it, but mainly for like a women's cycle.
Yes, I don't know much about that.
Yeah.
I hear lots.
I know there's one like in between, I forget because there's two like in between ones.
When you're ovulating phase.
Yes, I know that one, and then menstruation.
Yes.
But there's two like in between on either side of it.
Okay.
I don't know which is which. I probably shouldn't, but one I know you're stronger in that phase. Than the others.
Listen to your body, how you feel.
Yeah.
Those days. So I'm a yes, I'll make a train the same. Because when you break it down, if you're coming to me and you're just starting to work out, I give everybody the same type of workout. We're going to do an all over body workout, a little bit of everything, train for some strength, and then break it up into an upper day and a lower day and train. And it's the same compound movements for health versus strength, even athletes, like a squat, a deadlift, pick it up, press it over your head, lay down, press. The compound movements where you're using all your muscles at once. And then you slowly go from there, increase the intensity. And I also, that's your base. So when I lower body workout, we're going to build some strength. We're going to get used to it. We're going to learn. It's not jumping into an athletic workout. It's not jumping into strongman. It's not jumping into a specific type of workout. And that's your base. And we build from there. And so if your goal is just to feel better and look better, we start with simple workouts, split it up by like doing an upper one day, a lower body the next day, take a day off, and then repeat. And then I don't train people as in bodybuilders in the sense where they're just doing like 2 muscle groups a day and then another 2 and another 2, because large muscles like your back, quads take 60 hours to fully recover, and then you can train them again. Small muscles like triceps and biceps and your calves can fully recover in 36 hours.
And is that, are men and women the same in recovery wise?
Yes, as far as I know. Comment in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah.
We'll look it up. Yeah. So if you look at, okay, Monday's chest day and do chest and triceps, Tuesday's back and biceps, and then you go through the whole week training your whole body, and then you wait until Monday to do chest again. But when you're pressing, whether it's a chest press or it's overhead, your big muscles are working and your biceps and triceps are still working and your back is supporting. So if we train all those in one workout, the big muscles take 60 hours to repeat. So then to recover, and then you can train them again. So don't wait for next week. You can do it again 60 hours time. And so that's my basis of just everyone's base for training. So that way, You train the muscles more often. They recover more often. They burn more calories. That's how you get your fitness going.
Yeah, and I do believe everyone should lift heavy. When I say heavy, just like struggle a little bit.
Yeah, and so I like if I have someone that's smaller that's working out and they're doing you can start just with body weight exercises, right? It's like, okay, we're not going to weight train, but we're going to move our body. And you take a person that, even if they're starting a fitness class, and fitness classes, what are you normally doing? You're moving your body quickly around a lot, right? Like jumping up and down, different types of fitness classes, push-ups, air squats, and stuff like that. So if you come in to me and start training and you're 120 pounds, well, you might be able to do a push-up. You can bounce up and down all day. And it's not that hard. But then I have someone that's 250, 300 pounds comes in. Well, push-up is a lot harder and squat is a lot harder for that person. So you have to, even though it might be cardio or it's weight training, sometimes cardio is weight training for some people. So you got to do within your level of strength.
Yeah. Struggle a little bit.
So I'll break it down. The science of strength training is you should be training off a percentage of your max. So for some people, instead of doing a push-up, if that's hard, because push-ups are hard for most people at the start, even older people. If you're a Jake push-ups.
I mean, I don't know if I could maybe do 30.
Yeah, so if you come, let's talk about push. Yeah, so if you're going to do push-ups as part of your workout, but you can't do one or you're struggling to do one, your back's bending, you're shaking, it's hard on you. So, okay, you drop your knees, you make that push-up easier. Or we weight train. So weight training, you lay at a bench and we mimic the push-up. So we grab some dumbbells, we bring them down, we press them up. So we can start as light as 3 pounds in each hand, 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds. So the push-up version with your body weight could be too hard, too intense. So we use weights to build your strength up, be more safe. And so that's what people don't understand about weight training. They think weight training is it's dangerous and it's heavy. You're not grabbing 50-pound dumbbells when you just come to a gym, which might be the equivalent of doing a push-up. So you can break it down and start lower with weights than you can doing actually body weight movements.
So going back to the men and women thing.
Yeah. So.
But like, I feel like equipment would be a difference too for men and women. Like, some of my clients can't even bench a bar.
Yes.
But they might, like, say, first off, I feel like it would be weird to have access to a bar and not dumbbells, but it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be because I've obviously men are, what's the word I'm looking for?
Better.
What's the word? Like overall stronger.
Yes. Well,
genetically,
men should be more stronger and have more,
Yeah. So like they probably no problem most could bench the bar.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a struggle sometimes. I know for myself, like, those cable, like you put the thing low and then you go out.
Yeah.
Normally the machines I can't do those on because it just go late enough.
Yeah. And that's where you're working one little individual muscle versus a compound movement, which is...
It could be more bodybuilding kind of style.
Yeah, well, that's where you're working on little weaknesses or a muscle that's lagging and not as strong.
So yeah, there's a difference there.
So there's absolutely, like, women and men, yes, can train different, or they can train the same, but yes, it depends what your goals are. They can train different
That's
too.
The thing, the goals.
Yeah, goals is the number one thing. What's your goal?
Yeah, and I feel like that was also the cheat day thing. Like, it's just your goals.
Yeah. Biggest thing with training and eating is listening to your body. It will tell you, like, if you're doing an exercise, it's like, okay, it feels really hard. Don't force yourself through it. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is self-promo, but I mean, getting a trainer is...
Absolutely.
It you don't know what you're doing, and if you don't even know your goals, a trainer can help a lot.
Yeah. And doing things right, like if they you don't want to get injured.
But always back to form.
Yeah, form is key. Like learning how to do, like I told you before, like the number one exercise, if you're coming to me and train, I want to check what your mobility is. An overhead squat holding a broom handle. Overhead like that over your head. If you can do a full squat with an overhead broom handle, all the way down for depth and all the way back up, your mobility is good.
And do you find a difference for that exercise or that movement from men and women?
I would say women normally shouldn't have as much trouble as men. And that would be in the sense that women tend to be more flexible than men.
Also, like our center of gravity is. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I know it for figure skating.
Okay.
So women's center of gravity is in their hips, and then men's is in their shoulders.
Okay. So in order to be able to do a full squat with the dowel over your head, you have to have the shoulder flexibility to not fall forward.
Yeah, I feel like man would have to be better posture in a way.
Yeah.
Like upper body posture.
And then you got to have hip mobility and stuff like that. And it's a really good drill to do with someone that's just starting. It doesn't matter how old you are, whether it's a kid or anyone. Kids probably struggle more with strength. Their flexibility is usually pretty good. But if they can't do that, if you let one simple drill with a client, it tells you if their hips are tight, if their hamstrings are tight, if their shoulders are tight. And yeah, then you can modify their workouts along the line.
You should do that to serve.
I didn't do it.
I shouldn't either, actually. But minus popular.
Like a good thing or a bad thing. Yep.
I'm ready for this.
Okay.
That's where my notes are. They're not just here now, they're there. Okay, so which sport is harder? Figure skating or hockey?
Okay, so I'm going to say hockey.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to say figure skating.
Yeah. So you gotta work our brand or background.
You can say it. I'll allow it.
Also. All right, so I would say hockey in the sense that.
Just say like one thing and then we should go back.
Okay.
One note.
Hockey's more aggressive, which makes it a lot harder.
So you're saying like these injuries?
Not as much
Or like
injuries as in it's if you go on the ice and skate for 30 seconds, so it's only 30 seconds, right? I wasn't a long shift person. Like some people can go and make a hockey shift and they can stay out there for a minute or whatever, and they're not even that tired after the shift. But they didn't try very hard. But if you go out and skate as hard as you can, you run into guys and hit them, you fall off them and you get up and go. That's an extreme intense cardio in the sense with some muscle endurance or whatever, and then you come back to the bench and you rest. Yeah.
Yeah, I find it funny. Like, I know that like the 30 seconds adds up throughout a game, and you could be on the ice for till 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I usually watch hockey on TV, and like you'll see guys are up.
All I know hockey is NHL. That's all I know right now.
You get the broadcast to say someone playing 16 minutes, one guy's up to 20 minutes, and it's a crazy amount, right?
Yeah.
It's bad with the 60-minute game.
That's right here, yeah. But yeah, it's funny because you're like, you go all this 30 seconds, like that's so hard. We stayed for 4 minutes straight, 4 minutes plus straight, like put everything into it for 4 minutes. And it's fine too because you think like while you're spinning, it's not really like you get a break. Some coaches say, but anytime I spun, I hold my breath the whole time because like you just want to be really strong.
Stay tight in your core.
Tight, yeah, the whole movement. So yeah, 4 minutes straight.
4 minutes straight plus there's a lot more focus with figure skating.
Well, I guess that could get
I would think.
kind of to another point. It's like the mental part of it too. I think it's harder because, especially for like individual skating, you have no one else to rely on. So if you fuck up,
right? Yes, that's right.
It's your own fault.
Yeah, there's no such. The pressure's all on you.
Yeah.
You can't just kind of walk through the puck.
I know there's a lot of pressure in hockey too, but like sometimes like a player could have your back or something if you mess up.
Yeah, because I get the buff, like my teammate goes up the ice, I just watch him. So in hockey, when you play with better hockey players, it's easier.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, so they're both hard, and they're both very different. So
I mean, we both agree that they're hard.
Yes.
In their
own.
but for the debate.
Yeah, for the debate, I look at how I play.
For the debate, figure skating's harder.
I know that figure skating is great for hockey players to do better at their skating.
That's can skate. That's the difference. Can skate's not figure skating.
I would look at if I went figure skating, I would find it a lot harder than hockey right now.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because I also coach power skating, so I do wear hockey skates. I cannot hold the puck on the end of the stick to save my life. Yeah. I don't know, like I think that's magic. I think there's a magnet in the stick of the puck. Like for me, that's like the opposite magnets. Like it goes away from my stick.
Yeah. And
I think that's hard, but it took me very, very short amount of time to transfer from figure skates to hockey skates.
Yeah.
I'm actually better in my hockey skates right now.
I've never tried figure skating, so I can't.
Oh my gosh, you get up to the podcast?
I don't think so.
So you trip over the towel bags like 5 times in a row.
When I played hockey, I tried to fall into someone instead of falling on the ice.
So there's another thing. Picks.
It would be an adjustment for sure.
Yeah, it's an adjustment because whenever I put the hockey skates on, I would like slip and fall forwards and slip and fall backwards. Your
toe pick, I see some people, you'll see some younger kids that come from figure skating and play hockey. They look like they're trying to run on their skates a little bit. So when you skate with the toe pick, does that pick stick to the ice and you kind of use that to skate forward or?
In a way, so there's a thing in skating called toe pushing, and you don't want to do that. So it's like if your feet are this side, it's just when you push like this, and like I don't know if that's a good visual, but I don't know. So you just like literally lift your foot and push off the toe. That's like a big no. We like correct that in like stage. Actually, like as soon as they're standing, we correct that. So you want to turn your feet sideways and push with the blade. But then I found in recent years that people are scared to toe push, so they just push with their blade like this. They don't push to the toe with their whole feet. So to answer your question, we kind of use our toe, but not like fully. I think the way.
Is the pick there more for your jumps? That's what.
Yeah, it assists with jumps and spins.
Okay. And
then you can do like cool like choreography on your toes and stuff like that. But it's not the pushing. So that's another thing you gotta think of. That's what things are. Figure skating.
Yeah, it's hard.
How can you just go? It's so funny. Like I said, I coach power skating and I watch. I don't know, we may lose followers to this, but I'm a Montreal fan.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Which is the thing we can also praise. But I watch Hudson skate.
Yes.
And it's he's an amazing player and he's pretty fast, but I hate his skating.
Oh wow, really?
The way he skates makes me like cringe, but it works for him. So
he's fast, quick, and explosive. What part of the skating?
He just like hunches over and uses his he skates like this.
Yeah, so that's the key with if you watch a lot of the fastest skaters in hockey are the tallest guys.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see them get really low at skate. And the reason why he do that when he's hunching forwards, because if he doesn't lean forward and he takes off so fast, he's using his body weight and his momentum. So using his weight and then pushing with his legs. And it's kind of
it works for him. It's
like that.
I wouldn't change it, but just the way he hunches over bothers me. Like if it was more of a me, I'd be okay. But it's like
well, at the end of the day, it works for you.
No, exactly.
The fastest. I know one thing with
it works for him.
With hockey versus figure skating, as far as Hockey, I don't think in figure skating you want to generate as much speed as possible. I know you can go faster some ways, but speed's not a big thing, is it?
Yes and no, because choreography kind of
Yeah.
plays a part in that too.
So if you're racing for the puck, the stronger my legs are, the faster I can go, but also the longer my stride is.
Yeah.
And so that's a key thing for athletes when they're training is their flexibility. And if you'll see, like I remember watching Sidney Crosby play, right? He's just squatting down the ice. His low center of gravity. His legs are wide. He's hard to knock off the puck, but also he's fast. So the guys that the lower you can get and your body falls into it, and the stronger your legs are and the longer that stride is, the more speed you're gonna get.
Yeah, for sure. I work a lot on that.
Yeah.
That's like probably 40% of what I work on in power skating.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how to bend their ankles.
Yeah.
That's like the key I find with like getting that long stride and getting low enough is the ankle.
Yeah.
Bend. Because if you bend your knees, just your knees, your butt's gonna stick out.
Yeah.
You have to like get everything low, and that comes from the ankles.
Maybe Hudson's ankles are really flexible. That's why it's bent over so much.
I'll have to like slow-mo examine it more. Maybe I'm teaching power skating wrong.
No, skating, like whether it's like I know the big things, inch work and stuff like that for hockey players, because they'll skate straight and they'll stop one way easily.
Yeah.
And they'll turn one way all the time.
Yeah.
But then they have to work on what's hard is turn the opposite way and their edge work and stuff like that.
Yeah. What would be like, because I know there's like, hockey has like plays and like different maneuvers. I don't know what they're called, but like stuff you have to remember. You know what I mean? Like different techniques and plays.
For the skating or the game in general?
The game. Well, if it's like the shit they have on like they draw on the whiteboard.
So positional plays or like kind of get your own end or what to do on the other end?
Well, just like in general, like how much stuff do you have to remember when you're on the ice?
Okay, so I was a defenseman. And
I never knew that, but that makes sense.
Oh, that I was a defenseman?
Yeah.
I did play a little bit of forward the last 2 years I played. But I was a defenseman. So defenseman, your goal for defense is when the puck goes at your end, it's your job to go and get it. And you got to make that outlet pass to your winger or get into your own end. And you can follow the play up the ice. You watch what the forwards are doing. You read the play. And when the play starts coming back, you skate backwards.
Is a lot of it like, what's that word when you just like know?
Knowledge.
All like intuitive or like
intuition, like a read.
Yeah. It's like how much of it is bad and how much of it is like remembering.
Hockey IQ, hockey sense. So you can be the most skillful player in practice and be able to skate beautifully and whatever, but you have, when it comes to playing the game, you got to have hockey sense, hockey IQ, which means you read the play, and it's such a quick sport. And there's someone it's very reactive, which reactive you can't really teach, you just do. So when you get the puck, do you panic? Do you take a second to see what you do? Do you have a second? It's very fast. So with my
that's what I mean. Like, what percentage of that would be
hockey? Oh,
like majority, or
I would say it's a high majority, like 75%. And that's just me saying that, but I know.
Yeah, it's for you.
If you're not a great skater, and you might not be able to do some things, but if you're smart with the puck, you know what position to play, you know how to read the play. So when the play's coming back from the other end, I'm a defenseman. I'm scanning the ice the whole time. The other team's breaking out, and I'm playing back. There might not be anyone close to me or whatever, but I'm watching where that guy's going, and I'm looking to see where he's going to pass the puck. And so I'm reading that play. So if I play two reserve, I'm a defensive defenseman. But if I don't have gap control, which means I'm not close enough to the play, so when he goes to pass to that guy, I can be there to break that pass out. Or if I'm close enough, he knows he can't pass to him. So you're constantly reading the play, and then you just break it up. And So that's on the defensive mind, scanning the zone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break the plays up. So when I get the puck in my own end, I get the puck and I'm trying, there's someone on me. So I'm wondering, where's my defensive partner at? Where's my forwards at? I get the puck, but I got to be able to go fast, get the puck, and in contact off the I have to be able to take hit.
Yeah.
And so, do I just get the puck and I whack it away? You know, and
I guess you kind of learn that stuff, but like it kind of just says that.
yeah, I mean, once you learn it, you don't unlearn
The
it.
good players like just.
So good players like see hockey IQ, like mine probably wasn't super high. It was my hockey IQ was great for getting the puck, making a basket at the other end, but we were in the other end now, the forwards
Did you
aspect
think
of
a
it.
lot?
Only if I had to. No, it's true. But I only when I had to. It's just that I had to a lot sometimes.
No, I just ask all that because like in skating, there's so much to remember.
Yeah.
And it's not like there is that like figure skater, like intuitive kind of just.
Yeah.
Some people are figure skaters.
Yeah.
And some people have to work really hard and just constantly thinking of things. Anyways, but we have tests in figure skating.
We get goals scored against us if we fail our test.
Yeah. But yeah, there's dance, which you've probably heard of dance, like ice dance.
Yes.
With the pairs. And then there's skills, which is just turns. Like it's just in one little spot, or it could be a big one too when you get higher levels, but it's just all turns and stuff and edges. And then we have the freestyle, which is the jumps and stands, but it's all tests, and that's how you know what level you compete at, is you have to pass these tests. And there's like from say star 1 to gold is the end. There's 82 tests, I think. Well, no, that's a lie. That was when I did it. It's all changed now.
Yeah.
The whole, but
Well,
I don't even want to know if it's way back when you would have.
well, my sister was a figure skater. She was really good.
Yeah, because there's the figures. You probably heard of that.
Yeah.
That would be now what skills are.
Oh, okay. So they've changed. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't figures just like the circles.
Yeah.
Skills.
Okay. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So all those years you figure skating. Now looking back, I always look back as what I would do different as a hockey player with the knowledge I've learned from strength training and nutrition. So how important would be like strength training be for figure skating in your mind now? Would it be a benefit at all? Or?
It would benefit. I would definitely stick to like compound lifts and stuff like that. I don't think I would train the way I'm training right now, because the thing with skating is tricky because you want to be small so you can throw yourself up in the air.
Yeah.
But you want to be strong so you can throw yourself up in the air.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a really fine line, and I know a lot of figure skaters, especially in like Russia, have like eating disorders because they just are like so tiny.
Oh wow.
So they can just throw themselves tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, like strength training is important, but I don't think it's like getting PBs every week important kind of thing.
So you, from my watch, figure skaters just get pretty low sometimes and do these things with your legs, hold, like which I could never do because I'm too tight.
Yeah.
So flexibility would be important.
Well, that's the thing too. If you get kind of focusing on the strength, then you lose that flexibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like figure skating's a whole mix of everything. I think it's like the I don't want to say the perfect sport, but it's like the sport you need everything in. Like you need strength, you need speed, you need flexibility, you need balance. Like you literally need it all.
Yeah. So you need to have strength in the sense of you jump. So
you need that explosive
you
strength.
need the explosive strength.
But you need the strength like when you're in sit stand to get up on one leg.
So that's a lot of strength, because I've tried those one-legged pistol squats and I've never done one. So
yeah,
as strong as I've been, I've never been
but
strong as a figure skater.
The weird thing is though, like, this probably goes beyond my physics knowledge, but when you're spinning, it's a lot easier to come up
Okay.
than if you're just stationary right here going down.
So you're like a tornado, and the tornado spins and sucks everything and goes up. So that
Sure.
must be, yeah.
Yeah, that works for me.
So we're getting down to, so you need flexibility, you need explosive strength, plus you need 4 minutes endurance,
Yeah.
right? So we can make a program for that.
I might already.
Yeah. So that's so let's talk about hockey.
Yeah.
So when I started working out when I was 13, and I was heavier, so it was to get in shape, but also to get stronger, be better at hockey. And I grew up with a dad that was known to be a good hockey player. He was strong, and he
Was he also defense?
Yes. And so as a kid growing up, I'm like, he worked on a farm his whole life, which was harder than working on a farm now. Everything was bags, potatoes, bags of grains, lifting stuff, whatever.
Not just a tractor that drives itself.
Not just a tractor. When I grew up, we did have square bales of hay, which people probably don't know what that is now, but we used to, put thousands of bales of hay in the loft, handling them, doing stuff. So I did some physical labor too as a kid, but not to the extent my dad did. So then when I started working out, I needed to work out to get strong like he was, because manual labor wasn't as much. But I started the gym bodybuilding, let's say, because I don't even know if there's anything other than bodybuilding to do. When I started, that was the norm. You go lift weights.
That's what the gym was.
That's what the gym was. You wanted to make your body look better. Bodybuilding was the way. And so when I started adding some muscle, getting stronger, hockey was getting better. But then when I got to be in high school, I can remember specifically when I was in grade 12, putting some muscle on, moving some big weight. And I started playing hockey in the fall, which is AAA hockey here, the highest level I could play. I was never one of the best defensemen, but I was good enough to make the team. But then as I got stronger, I got faster. But then I started getting maybe too strong, but I wasn't. So I was playing first start of the year, season after training all summer. I was playing and Dan was cross on me. Of course, Dan was like the voice of reason, whatever. You pick apart what's wrong so you can get better at it. And he would compliment you when it was good. But anyway, he'd say, you're all bound up again. You're at the gym too much.
I didn't say what is too strong in hockey mean.
Yeah, it's exactly like it says. You're all bound up out there on the ice. You can't move. And I was offended. But he was right. But the big thing was as I played that year, I wasn't at the gym as much because I back off the gym when I was playing because you got to recover from playing, recover from training. So I backed my training off. But then as the year went on, I got my flexibility back and I was good. But I didn't know back then or have the knowledge that there was no help to balance the two out where I could train, keep my flexibility, have my explosiveness. And so that's where training now and with young hockey players, I wish I was young again so I could train with the knowledge that I have.
Yeah.
To train specifically for my sport and keep my flexibility, build my explosive strength, build my endurance strength. That's in the figure skating, right? Like,
yeah, they're very similar.
Yeah, similar but different, just like us.
Like we debated that, like they're both difficult. But one last thing I have.
Show us how to get the last word.
I am a woman. And a Scorpio. We do all this with no gear.
Well, you wear the outfits.
But what I mean is when we fall.
Yes, it hurts.
Any little fall hurts.
Yeah.
And I was actually kind of talking to, I don't know, I guess most people would know Levi's my husband, but people that aren't from around here, my husband, Levi, he also plays hockey. I was kind of asking him some points, and it's kind of funny because he was leaning towards skating is harder, but he was the same sense, or figure skating. He's in the same sense that they're both hard.
Yeah.
I will. But yeah, he said no gear because and then he said, well, then it's like, well, actually, some hockey player got their throat slit open. I'm like, well, so did a figure skater.
Yeah.
like with pairs.
Yes. I will say, since I got older, I started coaching my son in hockey. I've had some bad falls accidentally just coaching when I just had
Without
skates
gear.
on. Yeah, there's when you fall. You know, I was coaching kids doing a drill one day and they weren't very old. And one of the kids fell going in the corner. So I went over to read the bend down to see how he's doing. And then all of a sudden there was a kid coming behind me. He lost his edge and he come completely behind me. And his
It's always the ones you don't expect. That'll
and
get
so
you.
there was that moment in the air. I was like, this is going to hurt. And I was like, yeah.
You're like mid-air, like how many weeks is this gonna take?
Yeah. When you play, you got pants on and gear on. Yeah. So I wouldn't want to. And I'm the starting master. I would think. So getting back to that, when we practice playing hockey, we always got gear to land on when you're learning and figure skating.
Well, actually, in figure skating now, well, it wasn't they when I skated too, but they were ugly. We had butt pads.
Okay.
So when we fall, because usually we're falling on our hip or our tailbone. That was the two spots we fall. Or wrists, is a big one too.
Yeah.
But we don't have wrist protection. But yeah, so butt pads we use in practice. But the only thing with skating is when you take them off, then it's a mental thing.
Yeah, it's a comfort thing. You're used to there, and then you're thinking about them not being there. What if I fall?
Even mitts. Like, for ice shows these days, I have to wear little mitts. I can't skate without mitts on.
Okay.
Because I practice with mitts, and I'm not coaching in mitts. And just that little thing will throw me off.
What do you call that? Where you, like, when I put my skates on, I always put my left one on first.
Oh, superstitious?
Superstitious.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
And take the skate, just take a certain way.
Yeah, I couldn't leave practice without landing a jump.
Yep.
If I fell and went off the ice, then my next practice would be shit.
Well, memory, whatever you're finished with your mind remembers, right?
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Beef and broccoli.
Beef and broccoli.
This might have to be the last one. We're going to go forever here.
Yeah. So, we're going to debate beef and broccoli.
We had some viewers want us to debate this.
Yeah. So, we've talked about this at length before, but now we're going to.
We both made notes on this.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this because that's all I eat beef pretty well.
Yeah. Actually, honestly, never ate broccoli in a while. Let me have it tonight.
Have some for me.
Okay.
Let me know how you feel.
Have an extra steak for me. All right. Well, I'll go first. One of my notes is, and this isn't like anything health. I just literally put all the notes down that I could. There's more ways to cook broccoli that change how it tastes than like the texture and stuff like that.
Than beef. Or
yeah.
Duck.
I guess I was thinking more steak. But yeah.
Oh, we could do steak. Steak's the ultimate food. So.
Well, no, beef. I mean, how many ways can you eat your beef?
Well, I guess you're looking at just beef in general, it's ground beef. You know, like burgers are loose, steak, roast, ribs. So, depends on what.
Is there beef ribs?
Oh, yes. Yeah. You can get them in Montana's.
Is it specific beef ribs?
It says beef. Yeah, you can get pork or beef. So most ribs you normally get is pork.
Yeah, I feel like I normally get pork.
Beef ribs too.
Okay. So yeah, like broccoli, like roasted, right?
Well, there is a few hardcore carnivores that eat that they do it raw, which they don't cook it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, is that like beef share towers?
I think so. Yeah, no, I think so. That's like the ground beef. You put an egg on it. There's a name for that.
Okay, I thought it was like, yeah.
But I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole yet.
I mean, some of the ways I cook my steak is pretty fucking rare.
So, well, one fact about beef is the more you cook it, the less nutrients you get. So, where I would say, if you cook your meat too much, you're killing the nutrient density of it. And that's where, like, some people say, like, my mom used to cook them like a boot. And so, in doing that, it's not as good for you. And so
Not bad for you. But
it's not bad for you, but you just kill it. The more you cook it, it's like an egg. The more you cook your meat and eggs, the more you kill nutrients.
Oh, I didn't know eggs were the same.
It's the same thing, the yolks. See, that's why you want to burn the yolks. Sunny side up, dip your bacon in it.
That's literally what I did this morning.
So
I think we already stated this, but I'm not like vegan or
no,
vegetarian or anything. I do eat a lot of meat, but just for the sake of it.
Yeah. My point is beef, steaks is the most nutrient dense food that we can eat. It's easily, the nutrients in it's easily absorbed, it's easily digested. And one of the big things is meat's been demonized for years that it causes heart disease. Don't eat too much red meat. And I went through those. Not that I went through that phase. I always ate red meat, but
just like thinking of it.
Well, it's like, well, you can't eat it every day. Why not?
Yeah.
I eat it every day now. But you can't eat too much red meat, too much this. Like that's a huge benefit of red meat. It's the most complete protein because of the amino acids that's in it. And those amino acids, the vitamins, the minerals, they're easily absorbed. But also the fat. So the fat is in the nutrients. That's a big thing that people don't realize is they're trying to get to vitamins and minerals through other sources than animal fats. But the fat from animal fats is easily absorbed. And the bioavailability, that's a big word. And what that means is it's easily absorbed. So like if you're eating a piece of meat, you might absorb 90% of the nutrients in it. But if you're getting those nutrients from other sources, we don't absorb them as easily. So compared to broccoli, if you don't cook your broccoli and plants in general have defense mechanisms. And those mechanisms are lectins, phytoplankton, and oxalates. That's just some of them. Now,
they're probably a little poisonous, either.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they're poisonous. So
that doesn't help my
no. So a plant doesn't want to eat. So everything in the world has a defense mechanism. If you're going to try and kill me right now, I can run away. Animals can run away. Fish can swim, birds can fly away. The plant is just sitting there, and it doesn't want to die either. So that plant has natural defense mechanisms to not be eaten. So the only way it can protect itself is if you eat meat, you're not going to feel good, maybe even die in some cases. Certain plants are, and so some plants aren't as high in these as others. But and I didn't know this before I did carnivore, was if you don't cook your veggies, you don't kill the oxalates or lower the level of toxins that's in them. So if you cook them, the level's lowered. They're not so bad. Those levels don't build up. But if you don't cook them, and this is me, I ate a lot of raw veggies. I ate broccoli. I enjoyed it. And I bought the veggie trays. And so I, snacking on carrots, broccoli, cauliflower.
Where you dip your broccoli or just?
It depended on how healthy I want it to be. At times.
Did you enjoy it just plain raw?
I did, yeah.
I don't think I do.
Well, maybe it's because I was having it with steak. And I enjoyed the steak so much, I was like, oh, I gotta get my veggies. And I'd have some veggies with it. Beef broccoli. So and if you don't, so the oxalates will build up over time. And so they can cause, also if you don't cook them, it's gonna be harder in your gut. So I'll ask you something. Have you ever eaten broccoli? Do you eat broccoli raw? Ever?
No.
No. So with some people, the broccoli, if it's not cooked, and even if it is cooked, it could cause irritation to your gut, cause some bloat, cause gas.
I like that with carrots.
Yeah. So if broccoli agrees with you, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just seen when I was looking at stuff to debate, broccoli it's a anti-inflammatory food. And I feel like that would be for most people, but some people maybe affects them less. Yeah,
so I would go back to if you eat it agrees with you, your guts don't mind you, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. But it's hard to pick what foods are bothering you if you're just eating.
Yes, you're eating everything, and that's where eliminating everything that causes inflammation and adding it back in to see what happens. One of the reasons why beef is better than broccoli is satiety raise. So you feel full longer from eating beef than you do eating broccoli. And if you're going to eat enough broccoli, to get the amount of nutrients and protein that's in beef. It's a lot of broccoli. So the other thing is we need cholesterol. Well, there's cholesterol in meat. And so some people are like, well, what do you eat? What do you eat? Cholesterol? Cholesterol? No, you can't. No, and that's why meat demonizes, oh, well, I don't want my cholesterol to get high. And so cholesterol is a building block to our cells in our brain. Your brain needs cholesterol to function. And cholesterol is good for us. Our body produces it on our own. And so if someone says to you, don't eat too much red meat, it raises cholesterol, I would say, why are you scared of cholesterol? Well, because the doctor
I've
says.
been told.
Yeah. So I said, okay, if your cholesterol is high, why is it high? Your body produces more cholesterol to fight inflammation. So if your cholesterol is high, well, what's the rest of your blood producing? What's your blood sugar? How's your blood pressure? How do you feel? Are you inflamed? Because the more inflamed you are, the more cholesterol you produce to fight it. So cholesterol is a fire truck to a fire. It didn't cause the fire. It's there to put the fire out. So if your cholesterol is high, what's more important is to reduce your inflammation, get your blood sugar under control, feel good, and then eventually your body will stop making as much because it's not trying to put the fire out.
My last thing is you can grow broccoli easier than the cow. I mean, okay, so I grow broccoli in my garden.
Yeah. So I heard that broccoli comes from cauliflower.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I don't even know if broccoli was actually real food at one time. I think it was.
Well,
was made.
Bananas we see today are bananas that they used to.
Yeah. Vegetable.
Bananas went extinct.
Yeah, they've changed so much. And yeah. So I'm not going to eat broccoli, but it's okay to have broccoli cooked properly and not in large amounts. I would say don't eat broccoli to fulfill all your needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in it. Like I have here too. There's it's very nutrient dense with vitamin C, K, A, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and here too. Apparently it's cancer preventative.
Apparently.
That's what Google said.
The one thing where not just broccoli, but plants in general, is they give you nutrients, yes, but I find it's been overhyped. What else does those plants and vegetables do? How easily are they digested? Yes, we need fiber, but we need fiber to digest plants. We don't need fiber to digest meat. And so amongst all that, you might be getting some good, but also you're losing some minerals. And when you're getting those oxalates, lectins, and all that stuff in them, you actually need to compensate more vitamins and minerals. People will say to me, well, what about vitamins and minerals? Where you can't just eat carnivore, you can't just eat. It's like, I'm not eating anything that I need extra vitamins and minerals for support. The only thing I need is electrolytes, which is salt, magnesium, potassium, good sea salt to replenish my minerals. Other than that, there's everything we need in red meat.
Let's see.
And if you want to have some broccoli, put some cheese on.
I actually don't do that. I just like broccoli and butter and salt.
A good experiment to do for moms out there if you got kids. Put some broccoli and some meat in front of your kids and see what you eat.
It's like the dog when they have the cheese.
I know how good food is when I'm cooking by the reaction of my dog.
All right, well, I don't think we have much room left on the memory card, so we better.
Yeah, we brought up topics that you guys got questions on. Let us know.
Yeah, that was only 4 questions. Someone sent us about 20 that we could have went over.
Yep, there's a lot more.
But I'll have to get some more memory cards for that. I'll definitely do this again. And yeah, do you have anything for an outro?
No, just like and share the page.
Subscribe.